differentiation?
I would say the differentiation has to do with the instruction you're providing to every individual student in the class. So the ways you vary your instruction to meet that student's learning goals, cover their needs and areas of improvement.
Absolutely. It's the tailored experience, isn't it? It's adapting what you have, what you're doing, so that all of the learners can engage and grow according to their needs, just like you said. If you don't think about differentiation, learners become disengaged, maybe the content's too difficult for them and frustrated, or maybe the other end of the spectrum is that it's too easy for them and they again don't engage or feel that they're getting much from the lesson.
In that moment where you're planning a task, for instance, or where you're planning the whole lesson, you need to be considering how can I provide easier material for my weaker students. So for instance, I will, if I have a task that is, let's say, a reading task, and I need my students to read through the text, scan it to find some information, I might require my weaker students to complete fewer items than my stronger students. And that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Not every student in the class has to complete exactly the same task. So fewer items or more items for the stronger students. I can have my stronger students build some of the questions and then work together with the weaker students to try to help them figure out the answer, for instance. So yeah, peer support is really important. How you plan your task is really important.
I know a lot of teachers are teaching, you mentioned, like online, and they may not even know the students that they are teaching. I've certainly taught in that context before. So you don't really know how to assign them expectations because you may still be getting to know them within that class itself. And one thing I do is I set the bar, thinking about my lesson aims and outcomes, I set the bar at the minimum. So for example, when I'm asking them to, I know, check in to a hotel, I would say, in your role play, I want you to at least ask about 2 things during your check-in. So maybe ask about the facilities and ask about when breakfast is, for example. So all of you, I expect to inquire about 2 things. So that means the lower level students, I know that in my kind of planning, that is attainable for them, but also it's flexible. I've not kind of capped it. So it means that the more confident or higher level students can go beyond that, either in quantity or maybe they could ask about something creative that is beyond what we've studied.
And yeah, other things that really help me, especially when I haven't yet met my students, are just to kind of take a step back from me leading the class, having them lead activities, ask them questions, give them tasks that are a little bit more open-ended. And that really gives me the time to observe them, to reflect on what they're doing, how they're performing, and just really try to gauge their individual levels. I think taking that time, allowing yourself that time as a teacher, is a really, really important thing to do, because sometimes we feel like as teachers, we have to be leading activities at all time. We have to be filling in silences. We have to have control of the lesson. And actually, it's okay to relinquish control.
I think that's quite a lot to fit into a short chat today.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was a really productive talk. Thank you very much for that.